Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of the boot camp. So, today is the favorite day of most people and the reason why most of you have joined, right? So, today is about waking up at 5 a.m. Today, we're going to discover some amazing things that you may have never thought about before, right? Some new perspectives. So, without any further ado, guys, let's dive right in. Right, so I'm sharing my presentation with you guys because I want to make it as step by step and simple for you as possible. Right, so I have it all written down every single day and I don't miss a single thing that I want to give you. So starting my presentation, guys, welcome to day 5 of the Dream Life WhatsApp bootcamp. See, our main goal here is to build the dream life, right? To build the life of our dreams. Yesterday you wrote down why you want to build the life of your dreams, right? And some of you wrote down what your life of your dreams is. So today we are going to take the biggest step towards building the life of your dreams. What is that biggest step? The 5 a.m. wake up timing. I'll cover everything. Why is it important? What benefits people get? And the exact 8 steps that I follow. Right? I'm going to give you the 8 steps. And the most exciting part is I'm going to make you do it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I'll open the WhatsApp group from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. And you have to post I am awake. So, guys, all of that amazing stuff is coming. I cannot wait to get started. So, here is what we are going to do today. I'll do a quick follow up and overview about what we did yesterday. Then I'm going to share the secret of success of world class performers. Amazing thing. Then I'm going to give you the 3 reasons why you must wake up at 5 a.m. Right? And finally, how you can wake up at 5 a.m. Because all my trainings are practical. I'm not going to just tell you that set an alarm and wake up at 5 a.m. Right? That is not the way I teach or I work. Right? I'm going to give you the exact steps that you need to follow and make it foolproof. Right in front of you, you will see so many people will wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning itself. Let's see. I'll give you the exact routine and the steps that I follow and the simple steps to waking up at 5 a.m. like clockwork for you. Then I'll give you today's task. Only one task today, guys. So let's get started. First of all, a quick follow up and overview, guys. Did you complete all the 3 tasks that you got yesterday? You got 3 tasks yesterday, writing down your why. Then you had to remove all your distractions from your phone and all the digital distractions that we face. And thirdly, you had to do a 24-hour digital detox. No entertainment for 24 hours, right? And no inputs as much as possible. So those who have done it, I'm sure it was difficult because it was very, it's very difficult for your brain to live without dopamine because you have been so used to it, so addicted to it. But if after you do it, then the next morning you get this amazing clarity, or the next evening when your 24 hours are over, and it encourages you to do tasks even those are going which are going to give you dopamine maybe a few months from now, right? So if you haven't done it, guys, maybe you were busy or whatever it is, please schedule a dopamine detox for Sunday. A lot of people are so busy with their work, they tell me that I cannot do it during the weekday. So do it on a Sunday where you have no work. Just stay in the room, eat, meditate, read, and sleep. That's it. Do nothing else. It will drive you crazy and it will give you an amazing amount of clarity. So, the next thing I want to do a follow up on, have you experienced any benefits? Even if you have just removed the notifications, you have already experienced it, right? You have, received an amazing amount of clarity because our phones these days are a reflection of our own minds. Those notifications that get filled are actually getting filled in our brains. We get so kind of turned up, or I should say irritated when our phones get filled with so many notifications. You want to see all of them faster, right? It is bringing that clutter from the phone into your brain. Once your phone becomes notification free, you will automatically start feeling so peaceful. I'm sure so many of you are already feeling it now. Did you do the 24-hour digital dopamine detox? If you haven't done it, guys, please schedule it for the Sunday. If you can do it today, do it today. Remember your why by heart, right? This is a habit I've been following and it has some miraculous results. On day 4, we'll be diving into your goals and whys a little bit more in detail, setting your money goals and stuff like that. But knowing your why is the basis of all consistency. If you don't know your why, if you don't know the reason why you want to be consistent or why you want to kill procrastination, you are not going to be able to do it. There are no shortcuts, guys. If you haven't written down your why, now is the time. Write it down, read it every night before you go to bed, right? It will build that passion inside you. It will build that fire inside you to jump out of bed every morning, right? So I hope you have done it, guys. Now you have removed distractions if you have done this yesterday. You have replaced your one toxic habit with a productive one, IER. Yes, that was the task that I also gave you yesterday, right? And I saw your messages, guys. I tried to reply to as many of them as possible individually, right? But I read every single one. And so people ask me, how do I read so many messages? It is because of speed reading, right? So that all of that stuff is covered in my other trainings and stuff like that. And don't worry, on the final day, I'm going to give you an opportunity to work with me for the next 30 days also. All of that amazing stuff is coming, guys. But right now, our focus must be to complete these 5 days as perfectly as possible, right? So you have broken the instant gratification addiction, right? If you've done a dopamine detox, then your brain is now very, very, low levels of dopamine and very, very, ready to do tasks that will give you delayed gratification, right? So now you are ready to build the new you. Imagine in just one day, you have done so much, you have achieved so much, and you have seen those immediate results. And now I'm here to tell you, now you are ready to build the new you. And today we are going to take the first step, the biggest step towards building the new you, which is waking up at 5 a.m. like clockwork automatically, right? Now, I'm going to give you the secret of success of world class performers. So, who are world class performers? These are the peak people, the legends in their field, no matter what field it is, from politics to movies to sports to education to scientists. World class performers are people who go above and beyond what anybody has ever achieved before, right? They are the legends in their own field. So let's try to understand what is common between all of these people. So yesterday I asked you a question, remember? What do me and you, Bill Gates and Mukesh Ambani have in common, right? And the answer was, we all get 24 hours in a day. Bill Gates cannot buy more hours even if he has an unlimited amount of money. So today I'm going to show you how they break that barrier, how they create more time for themselves. Isn't this crazy, guys? I'm telling you, everybody gets 24 hours in a day, and you all obviously you know it, but they create more time. I'm going to calculate it and I'm going to prove it to you mathematically, right? This is an approach you may have never seen before. So, successful people wake up early, first of all, right? There are tons and tons of examples, guys. Every successful person wakes up early. There are a great many examples of this, guys. I can give you examples from every single field. So Indra Nooyi is the CEO of PepsiCo, right? One of the biggest companies in the world. They make snacks, and obviously Pepsi, you must have had Pepsi at some point, right? She wakes up at 4 a.m., right? So many CEOs, great business people, and amazing people from their field, they wake up at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m. So let's look at some more examples. Apple CEO Tim Cook, he wakes up at 3:45 a.m. every morning, right? These are people who have tons and tons of money, and they have tons of respect around the world. They don't really need to work hard just to earn money, right? But they still do it as a part of the discipline that is required to run such amazing organizations, right? So Richard Branson, who's the founder of the Virgin Group, he wakes up at 5:45, right? He is old, right? He is, I think, over 60 now, and he's still doing it. Wakes up at 5:45. He is a billionaire. His net worth is over $5 billion. He has created over 400 companies in his lifetime, right? The ultimate businessman that you can find. Let's talk about some actors. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, right? You may have seen his movies, this Jumanji and stuff like that. So he wakes up. Mark Wahlberg, you may have seen his movies. Akshay Kumar from India itself. So all of these amazing and great actors, they wake up at between 4 to 5 a.m. every single day. Some of them because they will need to work out, and some of them because they need to practice something or whatever it is. These people are some of the most successful people in their fields. And you can find more. I've just given you some of the examples, right? And all of them wake up early, before 5 a.m. or 5:45 a.m., 5:30 a.m., whatever it is. So there must be something going on here, right? Now take a look at sportsmen. Virat Kohli, he wakes up at 5 a.m. One of the most successful batsmen. He's ranked consistently, is ranked number one, right? World class athletes, from Olympic gold medalists to chess grandmasters to race car drivers, from every sport, every event that you can think of, they wake up early. This is very, very consistent across sports, across games, across events. And even politicians, our respected Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, he wakes up at 5 a.m. Right? Some of the greatest minds, even in our culture, from Mahatma Gandhi to the current day amazing politicians, they wake up early because they have the task of inspiring, of building a country, of you know doing the work that will impact billions of people, right? So to have that that kind of responsibility, you need an amazing level of discipline. So that is why people from all these spheres of life, from all these different fields, they are waking up early, right? So this is the secret of world class performers. Now let's move on to the next part. I'm going to give you the 3 reasons to why you should wake up at 5 a.m, right? Why you need to wake up at 5 a.m. All of these successful people are doing it, but when it comes down to you, to me, and to you, why do you need to wake up at 5 a.m? First of all, I told you that these people, like, what do we have in common? Everybody gets 24 hours in a day, but successful people create more productive time for themselves, right? Let's find that out. How do they do that? Reason number one to wake up at 5 a.m is to get more productive time for yourself. Because see, practically nobody's doing anything productive after 10 p.m, right? What you're usually doing, if you sleep at 12 or 1 a.m at night, you are just browsing through your phone, or you're just playing PUBG, you're just looking on Facebook. You are not even spending time with your family. You and your wife, or you and your husband, are lying in different parts of the bed, and both of you are on your own Facebooks, right? This is the most common thing that I have seen. So 95% of people are not doing anything productive after 10 p.m, right? Maybe if you're a student, you're studying, and that is fine, but most people are not doing this. So how do you convert that time into productive time? Let's see. Compared to a typical early riser, if somebody is waking up at 7 a.m, even they like to call themselves a person who wakes up early, right? An early riser. So when you compare to a person who wakes up at 7 a.m, and let's say he starts working from 8 a.m, right? From 7 a.m, he'll go make his bed and get freshened up and stuff like that. He starts working from 8 a.m. Compare that to these world class performers who wake up at 5. So let's say you start waking up at 5 a.m and you start working by 6 a.m. You also need that 1 hour, right, to get freshen up and stuff like that. Now you have got 2 extra hours till 8 a.m. And these are extremely productive hours, right? 6 a.m to 8 a.m. Because when you're working at night, even if you remove your social media and you're working at night, your brain has already taken a tremendous amount of decisions for the past 14 hours from the time you were awake, right? And your willpower and your brain is also like a muscle, right? So the more you use your willpower, the battery gets depleted, right? Your brain has already worked so hard, it's tired. So the amount of work you can get done in 2 hours at night is almost half of what you can get done in 2 hours early in the morning, because your mind is completely fresh. It has gotten its sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, right? And now it is completely fresh. But the point is, I want to show you exactly what you're getting here. If you get just 2 extra productive hours, you are getting 52 to 60 extra work hours or productive hours every month, right? Isn't this true? Maybe you want to do a side project, maybe you want to do something that is your passion. Just these 2 hours, shifting it from the night to the morning time, you are getting 52 to 60 extra hours of productive hours every month. And that translates into, if you say you have 8-hour work days, right? You work for 8 hours in a day, you get 7 working days more per month. I'm not even counting the lunch break and stuff like that. You get 7 days of extra work per month done, right? 8 hour, according to 8-hour work days. So you're doing 1 week extra compared to others. You get 12 weeks or nearly 3 extra months in a year. Can you imagine this, guys? You have 3 extra working months in a year. This is why successful people do it. They have 3 months more than their competition. They are not wasting the time at night. They are doubling the productivity and using the time in the morning. And this is just compared to the people who's already waking up at 7 a.m. I'm not even comparing this time to people who are waking up at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Right? That's a whole mind-blowing calculation if you do that. This is just compared to an early riser who's waking up at 7 a.m. Right? For people waking up at 9 or later, the difference can be 6 to 12 months in a year. So you can have 2 years worth of time compared to a person, who's waking up at 9 and he's getting only 1 year. That is why these successful people get ahead. They generate these extra productive hours in their day, right? So this is the secret of doing it, guys. And today I want you to start creating your 3 extra months, no matter which field you are in. Whatever you, maybe you are a student, maybe you are a mom, you stay at home, and that is completely amazing. If you can find 3 extra months a year to maybe teach your kids something new, to maybe follow your own passion that improves your own level of fulfillment. If you're a chartered accountant, maybe you can create something new. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to learn a skill, get an additional qualification. If you're in a job, you want to get an additional certification, right? So if you have these 3 extra months in a year, you are definitely going to get ahead of your competition, right? So many of you posted in here, why I want to be a legend in my field. This is the first step towards being the legend that you want to be, right? So I hope you have understood this calculation, guys. This is only the first reason that I've given you to wake up at 5 a.m. Now, reason number 2, waking up at 5 a.m., it transforms your belief system, right? You go from feeling behind others. If you wake up late, somebody in your home is already awake, right? Somebody has already posted some messages on your WhatsApp, a colleague or a boss or somebody who wakes up early. So when you wake up awake, you feel like you have to catch up, right? And you constantly feel like you are being left behind and you need to catch up to the others, right? So you go from that feeling behind to feeling ahead of others. When you wake up at 5 a.m. and everybody else is asleep, right? There are only birds that are chirping, right? And the sun is yet to come out. You get this amazing feeling, oh my God, I'm ahead of the world. Everybody else is asleep, right? So it is a mindset boost, and it slowly transforms your own belief system. You go from believing you can do it. Most of us feel that we can do it, but we are taking you from having the belief that you can do it to actually doing it. Once you wake up at 5 a.m., you know you have these amazing hours before you have to start your day. And now you are going to actually do the things that you need to do to build your dream life, right? So you go from believing to doing. You go from feeling sorry for yourself, to respecting yourself. For any reason, if you have made mistakes in a life, or if we are procrastinating, we always feel like, yeah, I'm a procrastinator, I always postpone my things. So you lose a little bit of self-respect for yourself because you are not following your own standards. Now when you start waking up at 5 a.m., you generate this newfound respect for yourself. And after doing it consistently, you even will boast about this to your friends, to your colleagues, right? You will say, oh, I wake up at 5 a.m. You'll just drop it slightly, and they will say, oh my God, really? You wake up at 5 a.m., right? So it will give you that self-confidence also, right? You go from getting that late feeling every day to being the early guy, getting that early feeling every day, right? And it has an amazing change in your belief system. So the second reason is to completely transform your belief system and to go from feeling behind to feeling ahead of the others. Now the third reason, it transforms your image to the outside world as well. So when your belief system is changed, you'll start respecting yourself more. Your self-confidence comes back. But an amazing thing you will notice, right? Everybody who has done this boot camp says this. After just a few days, they will tell me this, that their family, their mother, their father, their wife or husband, they are surprised by this change, and they are actually happy and they are respecting you more, right? So your family starts respecting you more. And a lot of our external fulfillment comes from the respect of our loved ones, right? So your friends start admiring you. They say, oh, this fellow, he wakes up at 5 a.m. every day. They may be jealous, but if they're good friends, they'll be proud of you, They will be proud of you. And they will tell other people that this fellow, he wakes up at 5 a.m. He's very, early riser he is. And your boss, your colleagues, your business partners, everybody who sees that you are doing this, or if you tell them you're doing it, and they will notice this performance change, they will notice this attitude change within you, and they will admire your performance because you are getting more done compared to the others, right? So all of the outside world begins to respect you more. All of these people's admirations boost your own self-esteem and your own confidence. When these people start respecting you more, it boosts your own self-esteem also. It's like a cycle. All of these people's beliefs about you reinforces your own belief system and further strengthens you, and the cycle goes on and on. So once you have this amazing habit built, the cycle of reinforcing your beliefs of having high self-confidence, it goes on and it encourages you to build on it. Now you will be encouraged to find the new habits that you can adopt, to start reading, to start doing this, to start doing that, right? Because you have now shifted from that old belief system of believing that you are a procrastinator to believing that you are an amazing early riser who gets more stuff done than others, that you are ahead of others, right? So this is a very, very impactful and the most pivotal reason that people are able to completely transform their life. And that is why I advise you to wake up early, 5 a.m. So these are the three reasons I've given you guys. You will start loving this life and you will never want to go back to waking up late again, right? So today we'll start this. It will take you around 7 to 10 days to get completely used to it, right? Because you have a circadian rhythm, your body follows a biological clock, but it will be difficult only for the first 1 or 2 days. After 7 days, it will become the new you. It will become your new reality, right? If you wake up, your biological clock will get adjusted. You'll start feeling sleepy at the right time. You'll automatically start waking up at the right time, right? And if you continue to do it 30 to 60 days, that will become the new you, right? So today's goal is to just focus on waking up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, right? Very, very simple. I'm going to give you the steps, guys. So how to wake up at 5 a.m.? You will feel just like I did if you just plan to wake up at 5 a.m. So when I started out, I just thought I'll wake up at 5 a.m. I set my alarm and I went to sleep. When it became 5 a.m., I opened one eye, I looked at my alarm, I turned it off with 2 or 3 times and I went to sleep. I'm sure you have experienced this many times, guys. Doesn't this happen? So I want to give you the biggest mindset change needed. Waking up at 5 a.m. does not happen at 5 a.m. Now, what I'm trying to say here, waking up at 5 a.m. does not happen in the morning when you're trying to wake up at 5 a.m. Waking up at 5 a.m. starts at night. It starts when you're going to bed. You need to plan your night in order to be able to wake up at 5 a.m. Right? So waking up at 5 a.m. starts at night, not in the morning. You have always been targeting the wrong area. You're targeting the morning, right? So today I'm going to give you the steps to plan the night. First of all, you need to know why you need to wake up early. That is why I made you write down your why yesterday itself, right? Know exactly what you're going to do the moment you wake up. If you have a plan, right, you are much more likely to wake up. I'm going to give you all the steps. This is just the basis, the structure that I'm giving you. Physically force your body to wake up in the beginning to reset your biological clock. Now, we have a biological clock, right? Automatically, your eyes open up at a certain time. Our circadian rhythm, our body's biological clock, is used to sleeping at a certain time and waking up at a certain time. For the first day, because your body is not used to it, you need to physically force your body to wake up, right? For the first 1 or 2 or 3 days, not more than that. And it is going to be the most difficult on day 1, day 2, day 3 only. After that, it becomes much, much easier as your body adjusts to the new timings of waking up and going to sleep. So these are the basis of doing it. Here is my exact routine, what I do, right? So because I want to be prepared for when I wake up, I keep my laptop on my standing table open. So I like to work on a standing table because I can stand and work. It helps me focus. So I keep my laptop open. I'll always work on my laptop, whether it is for my e-commerce company or for this Dream Life system. I also place a glass of water on the table. So my work is ready at night. I have a glass of water on the table, which I will drink as soon as I wake up. Right? So I'm going to give you all these steps. Then I set the alarm to wake up at 5 a.m. and I keep my phone away from my bed. So what am I trying to do here, guys? Understand this. I'm setting the alarm at 5 a.m. at full volume. I'm keeping the phone on my table, not on my bed, right? It should, if it is away from your bed, it will force you to jump out of bed and to switch it off. Because for the first few days, you need to physically force your body, right? So if you jump out of bed, that means you got to your table. On your table, the phone is ringing. You shut down the phone. There is a glass of water. You drink that glass of water. What it does is it wakes up your entire body. When you drink water, you tell your stomach, your kidneys, and everything that it's time to wake up. Come on, guys, it's time to wake up, right? So that is why it is very important to drink a glass of water immediately. And at the night time, right? These are things I do at night. I keep my work ready. I keep a glass of water. I set the alarm and keep it away from my bed. And I read my goal card before going to bed. That is your why, right? Whatever why you have written on day 4, we'll be creating another goal card. Don't worry about it. But for now, you need to read your why every night before you go to sleep, because this is building emotional consistency and it is giving your subconscious mind the reason to push you to be awake early, right? I go to bed by 9:15 and make sure that I fall asleep by 9:30. So I'm going to give you a hack also. If you don't feel asleep, use this hack, that technique that I'm going to give you to fall asleep quickly, right? And I make sure I'm asleep by 9:30 so that I can get my 7.5 hours of sleep, right? Then I usually wake up at 4:50 and never go back to sleep again. That this is key, guys. If you wake up early on day 1, don't go back to sleep again. If you go back to sleep again, you will wake up at 7 to 8 o'clock. It doesn't matter. Even if you got up at 3:30, 3:45, right? 4:15, 4:30. For the first day, that's enough. Wake up at whatever time you got up and continue your day, start your day, right? So I am out of bed when the alarm goes off. First, I drink the glass of water to wake up my body, just like I told you. And I freshen up and do my power hour. So my work is ready. My laptop is ready. Or if you write, if your book should be ready to work. But that is not what I get up and do straight away, right? First, I drink my glass of water. I go to the washroom. I freshen up. And then I do my power hour. What is the power hour? This is something that I've learned from Robin Sharma. You divide your 1 hour, or you can do it for 1 or 30 minutes also, right? You divide it into 20 minutes each, or you can do it 30 minutes each, if you have that much time. So the first 20 minutes, what I do is exercise. So tomorrow I'm going to give you an exercise. You will wake up at 5, and day 3 is all about exercise. So at 6 a.m. I will post tomorrow's video and you will be able to do that exercise, right? The next thing you want to do is meditation, something for your mind. We'll cover this on day 4, right? So first exercise, then meditation, and the last 20 minutes is education. Last 20 minutes I read, or I write in a journal, in my diary, right? And I read something new. I am always reading a book, right? ABR is my formula. Always be reading, right? ABR. So remember that. Always be reading. Make sure you're always reading a book. So this is what I do for the first 1 hour, and then I jump into my work, right? So this is my exact routine, but I'm going to simplify it and give you the 8 steps that you need to do today itself, right? There is a hack that I want to give you here. I take a quick 30 to 40 minute nap in the afternoon to boost productivity, but this is not for tomorrow, guys. This is not for tomorrow. If you sleep in the afternoon tomorrow, then you will not be able to wake up before 2 or 3 hours. You'll sleep for 2 hours maybe, because your body is not used to waking up at 5 a.m. You'll sleep for 2 hours, and then you will not feel sleepy early at night. So wake up at whatever time you wake up today, and you'll automatically feel sleepy earlier. Go to sleep early, right? That is the goal. Don't sleep in the afternoon today, but after you're used to waking up at 7 a.m. for 7 to 10 days, then what you can do. I know this will not be possible for people who go to the office, who do not get a place to sleep. But if you have the time, if you have the place, then get a 30 to 40 minute nap in the afternoon. What it does is it resets your mind. After you wake up from the nap, you feel fresh again. And it's like you have a whole new 6 to 7 hours to work till 9:30 p.m., right? So it boosts productivity. It's like you can get 2 days worth of work done in just one day. So this is another hack, but this is not for tomorrow, guys. So your 8 steps to waking up at 5. And I want you to write this down and do it exactly what I'm telling you to do. So step 1, have dinner between 8:30 to 9. So this is a controversial thing. People say that you need to have dinner at least 2 hours early, and that is completely fine. I agree with this. You should have dinner 3 hours early if possible. But I want to make this as simple for you as possible, guys. If I give you 20 steps, you are not going to do it. So this is not the most important thing. So even if you are able to have dinner by 9 p.m., that is completely fine. That is completely fine. Later on, you can shift it to an earlier time, because on day one itself, somebody is making dinner in your house, or you are doing it yourself, you will need to shift your entire routine to get dinner ready by 7:30 and to eat by 7:30. That is 2 hours earlier. And if you can't get it done, then you'll feel like you'll not be able to wake up at 5 a.m. So don't go into that much detail. The only goal, step one, finish your dinner before 9 p.m., right? Later on, you can obviously adjust your eating timings and stuff like that. So finish your dinner by 9 a.m. and sorry, 9 p.m. Write this down, guys. You need to do it today. Whoever is making dinner at your home, tell them. If you usually eat dinner at 10, tell them that today I need dinner by 9. Please help me do this. Right? If you are cooking it, make sure it is done, cooked by 9 p.m. Right? Step number two, keep your laptop or book, your morning work ready on the table. Right? This is something that has to do with the subconscious. Right? It's like something is waiting for you. See, when we have a flight or when we have a train, right, early in the morning, sometimes we automatically wake up at 5 a.m., right, or 4 a.m. if you have to go catch the train, right? Because your subconscious mind knows that something is waiting to get done, something important is there, right? So this is why I want you to keep your work ready, whatever work you do, on the table in the morning, for the morning. But at night itself, prepare this at night itself. Finish dinner by 9, prepare your work, keep it ready on the tables. This is step number 2. Step number 3, keep a glass of water and cover it so that it does not get dirty in your room, right? Don't keep it in the kitchen, don't keep it in the in the balcony, keep it in the room, so as soon as you wake up, you can drink it. Step number 4, set a high volume 5 a.m. alarm and keep it away from your bed. Ideally, just keep it beside the glass of water. So you can just switch off the alarm and drink the water. The water will wake up your entire body. Step number 5, read your why before going to sleep. So all of this stuff needs to be done at night, right? Finish dinner by 9, keep your work ready, keep a glass of water, set a high volume alarm, and read your why. These 5 steps need to be done at night. That is why I told you waking up at 5 a.m. does not start at 5 a.m. It starts at night. So read your why, guys. You have written down your why yesterday. Write it down on a piece of paper and keep it with you. You need to read it every night. Step number 6, get in bed by 9:15. So you finish dinner by 9 or 8:30 if possible, as early as possible, right? Then get in bed by 9:15. Make sure your room is dark. It is a little bit cool, right? A cool temperature is good for sleeping rather than warm temperature, right? So here is another hack that I'm going to give you. I learned this from my grandmother. So when we were kids, maybe your grandmother used to tell you this also. When you had to wake up early, they used to tell you that please tell your pillow to wake you up. So I used to actually tell my pillow to wake me up early in the morning, right? So I want you to try this, guys. Actually tell your pillow that please wake me up at 5 a.m., right? And go to sleep. What this does is that pillow is actually your subconscious mind. You are telling your mind, your biological clock, to wake you up at 5 a.m. Do this. Try it today. And you will wake up even before the alarm goes off, right? This is your own internal clock that is working here. Just tell your pillow, please wake me up at 5 a.m. Do this, guys. Step 7, if you don't feel sleepy. So a lot of people have the habit of sleeping at midnight or 1 a.m. and stuff like that. So obviously at 9:15, you will not feel sleepy. I want you to do this, guys. Very, very effective technique. I fall asleep without even completing these 100 breaths. So what am I talking about here? You get into a comfortable position in bed. Try to move as less as possible and take deep breaths, right? Relaxing deep breaths. With every breath, do a countdown from 100 towards 1. So you take a breath, you're sleeping, right? So you count 100 in your mind. You don't have to say this 100, then 99, right? You get the idea. With every breath, you need to count down, right? So what this does is, for most people, you will feel sleepy before you even reach 50, right? Before you reach 30. But if it is really difficult, you may need to do it 2, 3, or 4 times. Some people count from 400, right? Just do it 100 to 1, then again 100 to 1, then again 100 to 1. And make sure to keep your mind as empty as possible. Don't think about exciting days. Don't think about exciting things, right? Think about calming things. Think about, maybe you went on a trek somewhere, you saw this beautiful mountain, you saw this beautiful seashore, right? So think about calming things, and or just focus on the numbers 100, 99, 98, like that. And this will help you go back to sleep. It is a very, very effective technique. I want you to do it 100 to 1 as many times it takes. On the first day, yes, it is going to be difficult, right? Step number 8, jump out of bed when the alarm goes off. If the alarm goes off, or if your eyes will open up before 5 a.m., please don't go back to sleep. Jump out of bed, drink the glass of water immediately, wake up before 5, and do not go back to bed, right? Instead, I want you to do this. Go to a balcony, go to a terrace, or just a window, and watch the sunrise, right? Watch the sunrise. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful creation of nature, guys. I want you to see it. And you'll probably even see birds, right? They fly around in circles most of the time, pigeons and stuff like that. So it's a beautiful thing to experience. And if you have not done it for the past few years, if you have not seen a sunrise, it will be a very inspiring thing, an inspiring sunrise for the rest of your life, an inspiring rise of your dream life, right? So I want you to experience it. Now, these are the 8 steps, guys. I hope you have written it down. So today's task, only one task today, guys. Only one task. Follow the 8 steps that I've given you and wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Right? So here is what I'm going to do. I'm only going to open the WhatsApp group for posting between 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. tomorrow, right? Only for 1 hour. So you have to wake up by 5:59, by 5:59. So even if you go to sleep at 10, you can wake up at 5:30, right? 7.5 hours of sleep. Even if you go to sleep at 10:30, you can wake up by 5:50 or 5:59, right? So set the target to go to sleep by 9:30, right? And wake up at 5 a.m. I want you to post I am awake as soon as you wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. So in the group, in the bootcamp group, don't send me personal messages. I never reply to personal messages because I get hundreds and hundreds of messages, right? So just post it in the group, right? I am awake. When I open the group at 5 a.m., I want to see your messages. I'm going to count how many people are going to be awake. Right? If you complete this task, you will be one big step closer to your dream life. I've already shown you, I've proven it to you how world-class performers create more productive time. So start creating your extra 3 months from today, right? If you complete this task, you will be a big, big, big step closer to your dream life, guys. So in fact, tomorrow will be the beginning of the rest of your life. Now you have started building the new you. Tomorrow is the most solid step that will generate the new person that you are going to be for the rest of your life, right? Your 8 steps to waking up at 5 a.m. Quickly, I want to revise it. Dinner by 9, laptop or book, your morning work ready, glass of water ready in your room, 5 a.m. alarm away from the bed. Don't keep it on your bed, otherwise you're going to snooze it. Step number 5, read your why before going to sleep. Step number 6, get in bed by 9:15 and tell your pillow to wake you up at 5 a.m. Step number 7, count backwards from 100 with every breath to help you fall asleep quicker. Step number 8, wake up at 5, drink the water. If you wake up before 5, don't go back to bed. 8 steps, very, very clear. Do it today. Finally, I'll leave you with a few final words. Remember, guys, the early bird takes the worm. The people who are ahead of others are the ones who get the best opportunities in life because they are ready before others are ready. Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. We have heard this from when we were little kids, and now it is time to do it, to become more healthy, to become more wealthy, and to become more wise, right? All the best, guys. These are the final words I'm going to leave you with, and I'm so excited to see how many of you actually show up and post I am awake tomorrow morning when I open the group at 5 a.m. So I'm excited for this. Let's see, how many of you are going to do this tomorrow. And if you're ready to do it, guys, very, very important thing here, post challenge accepted. If you're accepting this challenge right now, after watching this video, go to the WhatsApp group and post challenge accepted, right? You're accepting the challenge to wake up at 5 a.m. Post challenge accepted, guys. I'm waiting for you. All the best. See you at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Take care, guys.